Guys, still reviewing a 2019 Audi A7 3-litre V6 50 TDI Quattro tip auto, so obviously quite a long name, but yeah, this car's really beautiful. It's finished in Ibis white gloss, which is just the standard gloss paint. They've done Ibis white for quite a few years now. Really nice. This car's a 2019 68 plate model, so it's a February car, and yeah, this one benefits from having after factory fitted RS7 style grille with the LiDAR sensors here and sort of a surround camera looking little camera there with a full blacked out grille with the Audi badge and everything. And yeah, really nice. This one's got a few options which obviously make it a bit better value than some of the cars on Auto Trader, including these HD matrix headlights, which are standard, but this one's got the optional laser light beam, so this can be distinguished by this little blue filament in the headlight there, which is quite nice. And yeah, they've got dynamic indicators as well, which is really cool. I absolutely love that. I think Audi are the sort of innovators of headlights. You know how the R8 was the first car to innovate the first LED headlights, I think, on a car, daytime running lights. And yeah, this one's got the optional 21-inch 5 V-Star spoke alloys in gloss black. So yeah, the best wheels you can get on an S-Line trim. A little bit of insight to the A7. It was released for the 2018 to 2023 model for the facelift car. I think A7s first came out in 2013 or 2012. Or maybe even 2010 actually. Yeah, really nice. And yeah, you've got a choice number of engines. You've got the 40, the 45, the 50 and the S7 engine trims, so really nice. And yeah, obviously the 40 TDI is a 2-litre 4-cylinder. The 45 is also a 2-litre 4-cylinder diesel. The 50 is a 3-litre twin turbo diesel V6 with a 48-volt electric supercharger, and the S7 is basically the same thing, but it's a full-on performance model with extra power. So respectively 204, 245, 286 and 344 brake horsepower. So this makes it the second highest engine for 50 TDI. You had a number of different trims: the Sport, the S-Line, the Sport Edition, the Black Edition and the Vorsprung. So yeah, S-Line being sort of a little bit better than the Sport, adding some nicer wheels standard, but like I said, this one's got the best wheels. We've just painted calipers in red as well, done a little bit of body work. And yeah, this one's also got the gloss black mirrors, gloss black window surrounds, rear privacy glass as an option, sort of like a Black Edition sort of spec style-esque car. And you've got rear privacy, and a hallmark feature of all A7s currently going and before is the electrically deployable rear spoiler. You've also got the Audi badge in black as well, which is nice. 2 keys as well, and a reversing camera standard on all A7s. And obviously being a diesel, you've got no exhaust tailpipe sticking through the bumper. It's just a clean looking bumper with the pipes going down. You've got a chrome bash plate here for loading stuff into the car, 12-volt socket. And you've got a very large size Sportback boot. Obviously all A7s sort of came in Sportback form. And yeah, you've got very nice large spare wheel. I think this is a temporary spare wheel. And you've got the Bang & Olufsen subwoofer. And obviously this is the sticker for all the options for the car. But as far as I see, I can pretty much tell the options just from looking at the car. So yeah, you've got Bang & Olufsen subwoofer there. And you've got the parcel shelf, which is just this bit. And it actually goes onto the glass here. So basically when the boot closes, when the Sportback lid closes, it creates a seamless parcel shelf. But along with the privacy, it's pretty hard to see inside the car. So yeah, very nice red calipers. And yeah, obviously S-Line trims come standard with black and Alcantara leather interior. So you've got half leather on the bolsters, leather in the middle, and Alcantara on the middle of the seats with white stitching. You've also got carpet mats, and also some storage in the middle here with a velour carpeted area. And yeah, 5 seats, which is quite practical. The earlier A7s I think weren't all 5 seats. They could be optioned with 4-seat option. You've got 2 USB Type 2 ports, 12-volt socket and a bit of storage, 2 aircon vents, and this one's got the optional £350 natural brown unlacquered veneer trim, which is quite nice. Obviously fine grain, natural sort of ash looking wood, some satin chrome trim, sort of leather plastic on the doors there, and a bit of plastic on bottom, and you've got the optional Bang & Olufsen sound system for £800. So yeah, really nice, obviously. And yeah, moving on to the front here, all S-Line cars come standard with S-Line embossed front sports seats. So sport trims come standard with twin leather, which is basically full fake leather. But the S-Line adds to that by giving you these optional real leather seats with Alcantara in the middle and retractable cushion extension, and 12-way electrically adjustable seats with 4-way lumbar and 8-way electric. The sport cars do not get this. They get the 4-way lumbar, but I don't think they get the electric. So you've got S-Line tread plates there as well. The £800 Bang & Olufsen's 3D surround sound system with 17 speakers and 705 watts of amplified power. So very good. Audi are definitely stepped up their game there. The Harman Kardon slacking with 464 watts, and the Burmester I think sticking around nowadays at 590. So obviously Audi, I think, keeping on top there. You've got the S-Line steering wheel, round steering wheel. Please note that when optioned with this optional heated steering wheel, you could never get a flat bottom steering wheel. That's sort of a theme with Audis. They don't do heated flat bottom steering wheels. So this car's got optional heated steering wheel, but it's an S-Line round one. You've got 2-set memory for the driver as part of the S-Line trim. You've got electric folding heated door mirrors, I think with memory as an option for 150 quid. I think it's a fact that they are electric folding, or it could be a fact that they're heated with memory. You've got rear electronic child locks, chrome sort of window switches, and you've got Audi's updated sort of full infotainment system, which is the latest MMI sort of system. You've got heated front seats standard, along with an optional heated steering wheel, electrically deployable spoiler by clicking this button, ability to turn off a heads-up display, 2-zone climate control with individual temperature and flow direction, and automatic. Yeah, you've got the latest MMI system, which is touchscreen. If you pay your subscription, which is now gone out of date, you can have Google Earth and Google Satellite Maps. And yeah, you've got different drive modes with dynamic, comfort, efficiency and auto, and the unlacquered veneer trim, which is really nice. I do actually like this. And 2 cup holders with a little slot for your key and a 12-volt socket. And also QI Audi phone box, which is wireless phone charging standard on all A7s, which is actually quite nice. It's quite a nice premium feature. You've got a SIM card slot, an SD card slot, and 2 USB Type 2s. You've got the Quattro badging, obviously being the A7 model. The A7 uses a true Torsen diff style Quattro, which is a permanent, I think 60/40 distribution Quattro, which is really good, not the whole deck system, which isn't the true. It's a front wheel drive bias system the A3s and S3s use, and the RS3s, but the A7 does use a true Torsen diff as far as I remember. Cruise control, and yeah, you've got some settings here. You've got a heads-up display as well as an option, which is really nice, shows your speed. And yeah, you've got this sort of satellite, not satellite maps, but you've got this virtual cockpit standard. I think it's 12.3 inches, which is quite nice. Just excuse some of the warning lights. The battery's just a bit low on the car, so yeah, those will go away soon. And yeah, you've got some sort of stuff here. Like I said, again, some of the warning lights, it's just because the car's been low on battery, so yeah, it's just lit up by like a Christmas tree. But yeah, you've got a manual steering column there, and aluminium paddle sort of pedals there with paddle shift here as well as part of the S-Line trim. And obviously you can adjust the heads-up display and everything, and the matrix beam headlights with this ambient lighting as well, which is quite nice. Yeah, obviously A7 comes with quite a lot of spec. I think we've just serviced the car, which is nice. And yeah, well, I'm not sure if we have 100%, but yeah, you've also got the reversing camera, and you've also got Presense Basic Standard and Distance Forward Collision Abort and the rest thing, which basically just tells you off if you've been driving too long, and it just assumes that you're sleepy. And you've got some storage there. Really nice overall, just a very lovely looking car. I think they've definitely hit the nail on the head, Audi, with this new A7. I think normally nowadays I think some cars look worse than the predecessors, but this definitely looks like a lovely upgrade. And yeah, like I said, RS7 style grille with a smoked rear RS7 style rear headlamps, I think. And yeah, under the bonnet you've got a 3-litre twin turbocharged V6 diesel TDI, obviously, with 286 brake horsepower and 620 newton meters of torque. So obviously quite a lot of torque, and the 48 volt supercharger does definitely give it a big kick. Definitely gives it a shunt of power when you need it off standstill or off just driving the car. So yeah, really lovely twin turbo supercharged engine. So yeah, only 3 owners, quite low. And if you guys are interested, please come check out our website. Thank you. Hey guys, they'll be test driving the 50 TDI A7. So yeah, obviously quite nice. Yeah. Quite a few things, obviously on the S-line trim, which is quite nice, and yeah, overall quite nice to drive these ones. Just had an S6 45, I think, petrol TFSI, and we had a 45 A5 as well in TFSI engine. So obviously the 50 is sort of like the second highest trim diesel engine you can get. It's the second most powerful on the facelift A7 models, and yeah, really nice. It's quite torquey. It's got about 600 newtons of torque, just over that I think, and you know, about 290 horsepower almost. So yeah, really good. Definitely what you'd expect on an A7. I do remember the last time I was in an A7 was, to be honest, it was a by TDI Black Edition, from what I remember. It's quite a while ago now. So I definitely do like the look of this new facelift A7. They've kept the hallmark electronically deployable spoiler, which is nice. And yeah, like I said, 50 TDI. So you have a 40 TDI, which is a 2-litre turbo 4-pot diesel, the 45, which is I think a twin turbo, or it's either just a more uprated, it's basically a higher power 40, and then you have the 50 TDI, which is a 3-litre twin turbo V6 with a 48 volt electronic supercharger, which is quite nice, or electric driven supercharger. Yeah. So and then you have the S7. I say it's the second highest trim because you do get the S7, which has about 350 horsepower, but not a lot of people are a fan of that because it's a bit underpowered, and you know, I don't think anyone really wanted the S7 diesel. I don't think it sold that well. You have the S7 petrol, I think, which I might have stopped doing that, but really nice. Obviously dynamic mode, you just put your foot down and wait for it to kick down for turbos to prime, and then you've got the 48 volt charger. It definitely does pull quite a lot when it needs to. So yeah, really nice. You've obviously got the full facelift A7 benefits from this completely revised infotainment system. So you've got the dual MMI system, which has a touchscreen on the bottom for your heated seats and temperature, and then a screen on top for your Google Earth, with subscription required obviously. And yeah, you've got a lovely touchscreen. You've got heads-up display in this car. This car's got optional HUD, Bang & Olufsen surround, which is quite nice. That's what Black Editions used to have back in the day, but sadly Black Editions don't even get that anymore. Black Editions are very basic in terms of spec. You've got electric folding mirrors. You've got the optional wood trim as well. This natural unlacquered natural brown wood, which I think looks really nice actually. I know a lot of people don't like wood, but the aluminium you get standards just looks a bit cheap. So wood for 350 quid is definitely a nice little option there. And this has obviously got the best wheels you can get on a S-line, being the 21-inch V-spoke style designs in gloss black. And It's also got the HD Matrix laser headlights. So you've got HD Matrix headlights standard with dynamic indicators and adaptive beam, but this one adds to that by giving you laser headlights, which yeah, even have a little warning. The easiest way to distinguish is you get a little warning label or sticker on the actual headlight itself saying don't stare into the beam, as it is a full-on laser. And yeah, really cool. They've got individual beams which block out each segment of the beam to make it adaptive, so it can curve and cut around cars at night, which is quite nice. It can literally cut off the beam, so if the car's like in between its line of sight, it can obviously, you know, block out the car without having to dazzle it, whilst keeping full view vision of the road ahead, which is quite advanced. You know, most cars have that now, but the laser headlights do really add to that, which is quite nice. You know, it's moderately spec'd. Most of these at this price point just don't have anything on them, to be honest. I'd get at least an S-line. The sports are pretty basic. You don't get electric seats, I don't think. You get the same. You get twin leather, which is full leather, but it's not real. It's fake. But the S-line adds to that by giving you real leather bolsters and suede or Alcantara inserts, which I think, to be honest, a lot of people prefer Alcantara over leather. Funny enough, I personally would have leather. I do like Alcantara, but I feel like I would personally rather have leather. That's just sort of what kind of guy I am. But I do like also Alcantara quite a lot. I do think in some instances it's better, especially in this car. I do think it is really nice. But yeah, this car really does pull. It's got a lot of torque, obviously. Very torquey, having the 48 volt charger and the twin turbos, which is quite nice. So definitely nice engine to have. I've driven some 40 and 45 TDIs. They're not exactly, they're a bit sluggy. You do have a 48 volt supercharger still, but just not, it just don't feel like they got that power. If you were to go for something below a 50, I'd probably be better off with a petrol. I'd be better off going for a 45, to be honest. In my opinion, but in terms of the diesels, a 50 is definitely nice. I don't think they do a petrol 50. The petrol's 50 is a 55, and yeah, they're 45 and a 55. I think. I don't think they do a 50 petrol, but I might be wrong. It's a TFS sign. Yeah, overall really nice. You know, Ibis white, definitely, and it's got all black contrasting to it, and the black interior, so it definitely does add that really nice RS7 feel and look to it, which is quite good. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.